this is a little bit different for today, but I just want to let you guys know this video is going to be exciting. We're going to be doing like it's raining, so we're not going to be doing much, but I will be talking about a journey. I'll tell you what we're talking about right now. The Little Mermaid takes in China and South Korea aimed racist backlash from some viewers. Walgreens has resigned. Is this even real? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, if you may not have guessed, or maybe we are talking about social media and just news and everything in general, because it's just such a major thing and it's so largely impactful of our lives and our well-being and our mental health. I also want to kind of touch on how this could affect our relationships as a generation and as a society, and how it is affecting some of us in different ways, or in some ways similar ways. I'm probably just going to be talking about the dating thing at the end though, because it doesn't really apply to everyone. It really just depends on what point you feel this feeling. So, social media. I have a sticky note to keep me on topic. Yeah, it's wet because who knows really. But social media and TikTok. Social media is such a big thing because it's actually the exposure to the rest of the world and everything we're not really seeing on our day-to-day basis. We're not getting to see what's going on in France on the normal basis unless we do log into TikTok, Instagram, I guess Snapchat for some people, other things as well. We're not getting to see the rest of the world on a daily basis, and we wouldn't normally be exposed to it if it wasn't for social media. And so being exposed to all these things on the daily basis, for most of us, at least I can speak on my personal experience. When I wake up in the morning and I'm on this bed, the first thing I'm thinking about is, oh, you know what? It's the morning, might as well just get a little light scrolling in. Why not, right? But it's just seeing all these people and being so either infatuated or just, you know, just looking. You're looking and you don't really have a reason to look. I feel like it's just kind of a normal thing. You just pick up your phone and you just scroll, and it's not like you're looking at anything specific or you're looking for something or you're like so intrigued. It's so easy to just pick up your phone and scroll through social media. And so roughly in the morning I end up spending about 30 minutes just scrolling through Instagram in general. And that's not all, because social media comes in multiple different forms, not just TikTok, Instagram. It comes in YouTube, Spotify, which is a podcast, Pinterest. These are all things we waste our time. Not waste, let me clarify. I love Pinterest and Spotify and all these things very muchly, because I guess knowing these things about the world allows me to form my own opinion, which I guess you don't have to have your own opinion on everything, but it also connects me and allows me to explore other things, like different genres of music, even music where I don't understand the language, but I still love the music. It's just, I guess I don't want to spend so much time on it, and I guess if you're here, you may also not want to spend as much time on it. Like, you don't want to fully completely cut it out of your life, because that's also how some people may have met their partners, or that's how they maintain relationships, like friendships and other relationships. They communicate through social platforms like Instagram, which is cool because I do too. Who wouldn't? I mean, it makes everything so much easier. It's accessible. All you have to do is get a tag and you can write this down and you'll be able to link them to multiple platforms. Who wouldn't want that? But I guess what I'm really trying to say at the core foundation of why we or I don't want to be so connected to the internet, in a sense, is that it's this environment that feels kind of claustrophobic in a way, because there's always something going on, and it feels like there's never not something going on. And I guess the titles can be so misleading. Social media is so misleading, and I feel like that's just so bad. We're consuming things that we don't even know is real or not. Like, bro, you read this title, you think, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Starbucks is getting sued. These are all minor things that actually don't really impact our lives so much. Like, I could say, oh, the McDonald's franchise is closing. That's not true. Not to my knowledge, I don't know. But as long as I make it sound convincing, anyone would pretty much buy it. Like, do you see how easily manipulated you can be by the internet and just fancy titles that just lure you in, like clickbait? It's crazy. This is just the leftover candy that I had, but I guess I didn't want to keep the bag, so I was like, you know, there's only 2 in there, might as well just use it. But yeah. And because of all these reasons of how easily manipulated everything is in social media or media in general, because of how manipulative the system is when it comes to this, I don't want to be on the platforms really at all. And so I quit. Just, I guess you could say, since today is the 6th month, it's June, you could say that it's been roughly 7 months since I've quit social media. And I guess I just feel like I have more time and more energy to do things. It makes me more happier to do things outside of these 4 walls. But I guess I kind of find myself like, it's almost like FOMO, because you feel like you're missing out. And when I came back to check on social media for like, I think 3 minutes, I did that. I went to TikTok. I downloaded TikTok to see what everyone was doing, and it's crazy because it felt like the world, yes, of course the world will be moving without me, but it just feels like so much things could happen in such a short time. You leave for even just 3 months and it seems like the whole world has changed that quickly. It's just, wow, so many things have happened since I've gone. It is so interesting. All these things are just changing in the world. So quitting social media just kind of makes you feel out of the loop. And I guess once you get that feeling of feeling out of the loop with social media, it's really easy to just not want to stay there, because you've missed, like, it's like reading a book and skipping the second chapter. You read the first chapter, you skip the second, and you read the third. You feel like you've missed something, and you can't go back really and see that unless it's documented. And it's not, and it is, but you know, just feeling that out of the loop, like you weren't there the whole time, it's so easy to just stay out of the loop. Just stop minding other people's business. It is. But as of recently, as you may know, I have actually been diving more into social experiments when it comes to social media. Okay, as of recently, as of I think a month ago or 2 months ago, I downloaded Instagram to help me with social interactions, or you know, making friends or any other relationships that it's just so much easier. You can just shoot a message and all of a sudden you have that one chit chat that one time, and then you can talk to that person in person. Because building bricks, it's like networking. I was using it to network and just help different things that I'm doing, which I will not let you know. But there are some interesting projects happening. I am actually writing a book. I can't tell you the title because I feel like the title is so good, and I haven't found a book that has my title, which is amazing. and I just wanna patent that book, and I wanna finish it. I don't want to tell anyone about the book title or any of that until I know for sure that these things are patented in their mind, because I want them to be mine. But since coming back, I don't feel too much really, because I don't feel the need to stay a lot when it comes to Instagram. There's all these pictures, and pictures are kind of worthless to me in a sense, but it's so easy to scroll through YouTube shorts as well, which I guess it's just my relationship with social media has kind of altered, where I see it as less of a place where I go to just go somewhere, and now as a place I go there to just consume things, find something interesting. I go there to enhance my experience with living. I really hope all this is just making so much sense, or if it's not, I'm so sorry. I'm not good at this stuff, but news is just so overwhelming. Social media can feel so overwhelming. We're exposed to the whole world, so I guess Instagram is a place where you get to choose what part of the world you're exposed to as much, and I'm exposed to local things. I'm following all local things, so I'm not really hearing about the news so much and what's going on in the world. And when I do go up and check on it through TYSM, is it? There's tons of places like New York Times, right? When I do go check out those articles online, it's overwhelming to see how much has changed and how bad things are, but also how good things are. Like, things are improving, but things are getting bad, and things just suck right now. In the current time we're in, things are just not going as well, and I wish it didn't feel like we were just getting, but it does feel like that. I feel like I'm being boxed, like physically beat up by everything. That's what the news feels like, just this overwhelming consecutive feeling of being beat up. And I know it can feel that way a lot because of recent events with Bud Light and also a lot of other things. It's just nice to escape sometimes. Escapism it's alright. It's not great, you shouldn't always do it, but if you need it, sometimes you need it. What are you gonna do? Not do it, I guess. It keeps falling. But yeah, I guess for the last segment of all of this, I want to scrape on the topic of dating with social media, social platforms in general. Bro, you saw that. Anyway, I feel like when it comes to dating, it feels easier and harder. It's easier to look at people, but it's harder to find people that are either in your age range, in your vicinity, if that's something you want. And it's also, there's so many tests and trials that must be implemented into the whole process, because you obviously don't want to be caught in this bad thing. Like, oh, you're being catfished. Well, holy crap. Predators, things like that. There's just so much going into all of this, and it's a lot and a little at the same time. It feels like you can never find a connection that lasts long, because there is so much. I don't know if you can hear that. Sit there. But there's so much to be explored, but it feels like because you're not in person, you're not getting that genuine connection across, and so these relationships can feel like such just easy things to go into and get out of. Like, has anyone ever had an online friend that's been consistently long in recent times? Like, you've met someone recently and this past year, like either in 2022, and your friendship has lasted into this year. And I've had on and off friendships where it's like, oh, I say hi to you one day and then I don't say hi to you for months, then say hi to you again. And that's because we're all so busy with our own lives, and that's cool because I get it, we're all doing our own thing. But I guess I want a friendship formed by social media, not social media, just through a platform, technically a buffer. I want something to, I don't want to be ignored, you know. That's it. This video isn't really going well, all sorts of places. Guess with that being said, and all being said, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Why? Gosh. Today's June 7th. No?